Welcome back, Pause Menu Society. I am one of your hosts, Derek Daniel Ocean. With me tonight is Awesome Amy, super producer Big Money Sturl. Kobe will be along very shortly. Um, been a very busy week. I apologize. Um, we're in the middle of our spring audit at work, and for some reason they let one of our coworkers go to fucking Bulgaria for 2 weeks. Um, you know what it is, whatever. So I'm like swamped with work, and also we're in the beginning of game season, and we got to represent and cover the content. So bear with me. You might see me munching a little bit. I will mute myself. This episode is not sponsored by McDonald's, but I'm definitely eating it. How's, how's everybody's week been?
Great. It's been
Good,
awesome.
man. Can't
It's the first week of summer vacation for Bells. So she's been living it up, doing her thing.
Yeah, buddy. I just got back in town Monday. Was in Louisiana visiting family. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's a long week, long week. Have fun though.
Fire. How's mom's doing?
She good. Good. Was happy to see everybody. They'll
Awesome.
be here in September.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna kick it.
All right. Shout out, Auntie. Love you. Um, y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we do it. Preamble ain't necessary. Let's get down to business. Of
Let's
course, we
do
have
it.
to have our weekly check-in with our good friends over at Six Brown Chicks. Would y'all like to hear today's story?
Hell yeah,
Let's
I
go.
do.
Our choir director, Ruby Davis, does not look her age. That is one thing I would give her. She's a beauty vampire. She is 63 and her husband died, and every weekend she's in a club running around with 30-year-old men making a fool of herself. Ruby. Um, just because you look young don't mean you should be out here acting young. So I told the church board that she was a pedo.
Oh
because
no.
why you tell the Ursha board on that old lady? What the fuck is up with you? Because if you running out here at 63, you dating a 30-year-old man, that makes you a pedo. And I went to that guy and I asked him, do you know how old Ruby is? And he said he thought she was in her late 40s. I said, no, she's double your age, young man. You need to date a woman who could bear children for you, not a groomer like Ruby. Ruby is mad because she thinks I was in her business. Nigga, which you were. But I'm trying to protect her and her reputation. She's a widow. She should not be out here in clubs influencing these 30-year-old boys. I'm trying to be a friend to her, but she says I'm hating. I want to know, how do I get her to correct herself because she's going to hell fast.
Oh my god.
Um,
Uh, yeah, wait a fucking minute.
First of all,
It
Ruby,
Ruby
I
sounds
need
like
to
you mad
know.
at Ruby because she got the hose and you don't.
Hey. First of all, she's going after 30-year-old men. Like, that's not a pedo. That ain't a
no, they're
pedophile.
adults. That's fucking
They're
stupid.
adults.
Him saying that is fucking stupid. And truthfully, if they were 20, it would look kind of crazy, but they would still be adults. He sounds like a fucking moron.
Wait a minute, whoa, this is
It was a
this
man
is a
who
man
posted
saying?
this?
Yeah, the nigga was a whole ass snitch. Absolutely.
Oh, he's just mad because she don't want him.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
he
definitely
playing for the other team too, though.
that, or he tried to stab and Ruby wasn't having it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Absolutely. Ruby, I need to know, what's your skincare routine? How do you stay youthful? I need to know.
Yeah, that's wild for it to be a man. I was thinking that this was a woman
I thought
hating.
it was a woman too.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was a woman hating on her.
No, I'm pretty well. It's never explicitly actually said. I 100% assumed it was a dude.
Really?
What make you
Shit.
assume that?
Yeah.
They don't put no name or nothing or
Mm-mm.
It's anonymous.
yeah, I'm not seeing
I don't
man out
know.
of
It
that. I'm
doesn't
seeing
say.
woman.
Hold on.
Yeah, it sounds to me like a woman.
I
She's
guess we're
going
gonna
to
have to
hell
do some more
fast.
digging. Let's see.
I don't know.
Get out that
Yeah,
woman's
that's
business with your trifling self, hating on her life, lonely ass, go exfoliate. You need to stay out people goddamn business. Friend more like a hater and a dumbass. You really need to mind your own business. You sound like a hater. You mind your fucking business, you jealous hater. Why are you even in her
Wow.
business like that? Let her live her life and get a hobby. Sound like Miss Ruby is grown and should be able to live with the consequences of her own choices. You a little too deep in
Mhm.
her business. How convenient is it for a Bible thumper? I have so much to say. Who would only know if they were out also? Very good point. What the fuck was you doing in the club to even see what Miss
Yeah.
Ruby was doing?
What you doing, Mom?
Judge not that ye be not judged. Matthew 7:1. Ain't got a key to heaven or hell, but steadily gatekeeping. Hating ass. Yeah, nobody is really saying everybody's just like you on some hater shit.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the person is. I thought it was a dude.
I thought it was a woman.
yeah, that's giving woman vibes to me.
I mean, especially, did they say they were their friend, Ruby's friend, or some shit like that? Is that what it said? I don't remember.
Miss Ruby is the choir director of their church. That's all we know.
Okay. Okay. Well, Ruby, keep getting it.
And
Keep going,
apparently she
baby.
hiding the ass. And I love it. I love it. Ruby, you have Mount Zion
Mount Zion.
Missionary Baptist Church on the Rock of Ebenezer.
Hey. Oh my
Get the collection
God.
plate over on that side.
Right.
And get it on that side. All right. Anyway. I know Amy had something she wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, Janice, shut the fuck up. How the fuck did we get to this point that we found out the Podfather himself is the Janice reference in the song? Sterl, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So apparently, obviously the internet threads have been digging, and they went back to an older episode. It looks like around the time when Ish and um Ice just had started, and Joe makes a reference to Ish asking him what his white woman's name is
Which is
because the
crazy.
streets right, because the streets have given him a white woman's name, and his white woman's name is Janice.
Okay.
So this has to be at least probably about a 4 to 5 year old clip right
They
about
said it's
there.
2021. And that would make sense. That was right. So they're in Parks' basement. This is very shortly after Rory and Maul were gone.
This is right when Ish and I both started.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so apparently when you couple that with the beginning references of what Drake is saying, yes, Janice is apparently Joe Button. That's what the whole song was about.
Damn.
So when everybody's asking me, I'm like, well, the audio clip, I believe, is Tony in The Sopranos telling Janice to shut the fuck up because the tone and everything. And I'm like, I think that they just like pitched it a little different, but that definitely feels like Tony Soprano telling his sister Janice to shut the fuck up. Little
Yeah.
did I know that it was about Joe. That is fucking crazy. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
And what's wild to me is they did their recap, they did pit it behind the paywall. Clearly, when you heard the reference, you knew it was about you
About
and you
you.
just never mentioned it like they weren't gonna pull it up. So that's kind of odd to me, but I
I don't
mean,
know.
yeah.
I think this is classic Joe and with some Ian sprinkled in. When Joe, so they, For All the Dogs came out on a Friday, most albums, obviously, albums do. And then it came, like, the crazy part was, I was wondering how they even had the time because if you remember, it didn't come out till 6 in the morning that Friday. We all went looking for it the night before and it wasn't out. And then they're like, yeah, it's not going to make it tonight. It's going to be 6 in the morning. He did an OVO radio show. This is when he was doing Sirius Satellite. He's like, yeah, it'll be ready at 6 in the morning. They record on Fridays for the Saturday episode. So I'm just like, the album's bad, point blank, period. That's the consensus for all the dogs. You have to be a super duper Drake glazer to think that that's a good. The only people that think that that's a good album are the super duper fucking Drake glazers, the ones who don't feel he could do any wrong whatsoever. They are the only ones who will tell you they like that album. For all the dogs has a lot of fucking records. So now that I think about it, like, damn, how did they really have time to digest it? They
Well,
said
if you
what they said.
remember, it was leaked. It was leaked. So certain
No,
people, yeah, For All the
somebody must
Dogs
have
was
heard
leaked.
something. It got pushed because him and Cole literally recorded first person shooter the night. Like, that's why they had to hold it back, because they had to wait to do the final mix, because him and Cole literally, when he was like, we just stepped out the studio, that was a real bar. Cole flew out to LA and they recorded that fucking night. And that's why they had to hold back the final mix. So if other records leaked, I don't know. I know that they said what they said. He called Parks Mark Zuckerberg. I'll never forget that. They said what they said on the Saturday episode, and then Drake clapped back in the Instagram comments, and Joe was like, eventually Father Time will hit you too. You'll have to grow up. And then the Tuesday episode was the one that they paywalled. And that's when I finally was like, all right, I'm gonna have to sign up for the fucking Patreon at this point, if they're doing this. Joe knew that fucking bar, the whole fucking song, dog.
Yeah,
You knew
he
the
knew that
whole
shit was about him.
song was about you.
Yeah.
So again, work is crazy right now. I clocked out, came home, clocked back in, worked all the way up until the point we had to record. Once we finish, I have to jump back on and do more work. As I'm doing that, so I have 3 TVs up here in my recording space. There's the one right in front of me, which is also connected to my PC for recording gameplay, and there's one to the left of my my main PC monitor, and then there's one in the back, which my Xbox Series X and my soundbar are connected to. So while I'm working, I'll just put on YouTube and like let it play stuff. So a lot of Drake hate videos came up today. Let me fucking tell you. Glasses Malone was on I can't remember the name of the podcast. Justin Tinsley, Simba was on there, some other culture creators and stuff like that. And Glasses like, y'all let this man lie to y'all again. Y'all told us that he was in the point of negotiating and the battle and the whole euphoria, the not like us fucked up his negotiations. Well, y'all said he should have been out of the deal, but now he drops 3 albums and y'all like, oh, he released those to get out of his deal. Somebody's lying, and Glasses is right for pointing this out. Somebody's fucking lying. So somebody was like, he was like, he did 4 fucking albums, and they were like, no, he didn't. He was like, what about the Sexy Songs for You? So initially, that was listed as UMG. It no longer says that. It says a division, but I was like, no, this dude in the YouTube comments is an idiot. That can't be right. So, some Sexy Songs for You, OVO Sound under exclusive license to Santa Ana label group, and OVO under exclusive license to Republic Records, a division of UMG Recordings. That Santa Ana label group wasn't there before. Who the fuck are they?
I don't know.
Let's just find out. A New York-based record label and artist label services company formed by Todd Moskowitz in partnership with Sony Music Entertainment.
I was going to say Todd Moskowitz is with Sony.
OVO Sound teamed up, Santa Ana teamed up with Drake's label to provide global distribution and artist services for acts like Party Next Door and Popcon. Okay, so that's why it's listed that way. So
it was a one-off then, yeah.
Well, it's not even a one-off. It's because Party is signed to OVO Sound, which used to be under Warner, but apparently they're under the Santa Ana thing. So that's why it's listed that way, because it also says OVO under license to Republic Records, a subsidiary of UMG, and that would be Drake's end of the deal. So the Santa Ana thing is for Party. Now it makes more sense. Yeah, I don't know who to fucking believe. I don't know, because like I said, I walked in the door as the fireworks were going off the night that the album came out. And I was like, okay, well, I missed the whole fucking stream. And then I went back and watched. And then, so all these Iceman streams, like he's chasing the Pinocchio to get this bag. And it's like, are there secrets? Like, is this supposed to be the whole Kendrick was lying thing? Whatever, what the fuck? So at the very end, he pulls out a hard drive and he's like, I made this so I could also make these. And he pulls out 2 more hard drives and he's like, all 3 albums at midnight tonight. So it's like, this is like a whole this foreshadowing, like you're trying to be clever and witty. And it's like, it's not really working, but it like, there's high moments and then there's low moments. I don't know what to make of dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't actually want Kendrick or any of them to respond. I just want this beef shit to die the fuck out. I just want this shit to go away. I'm sick of it. Let's Janice Shut the Fuck Up be the song of the summer. Let Shebang be the second song of the summer. What the fuck? Just let this shit die the fuck out, dog. I'm tired of it. Like, this shit has been going on since. And really what kicked it off was when MTV used to rank rappers every year and they made Kendrick the hottest MC of 2013. And then Cole and Drake did the Jodeci freestyle. And it's like, yo, are y'all niggas in y'all feelings? And then the Control verse leaks. And then from that point on, like, y'all been throwing darts. It's like, it had to come to a head. It finally came to a head. These are the results. But also, again, and this is why I say the album is very tone deaf. I like the music. I like the fact that you rapping and rapping and rapping. Maybe you wrote all of it. Maybe you didn't. I don't fucking know. Unless we get some more reference tracks, it is what it is. I'll take him at like 75% of his word. 75% of me believes you wrote this. There's the other 25% that's like, I know you, and there's a reference that's gonna leak at some point. But it is very tone deaf because you like, what do you say? You put that jacket on anybody, you funeral bound. Nigga, you told him to put that jacket on you. You made light of, like, you use AI to create Tupac's voice and Snoop, which is crazy because Snoop is fucking alive. Talk about him liking little girls. You like little girls. Why would you say that shit about me? I hope you die. What is, like, nigga, you brought this on yourself. And the fact that, and like, I'm still listening, but I'm just like, he rapping, but like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm not telling no nigga to hit me and then he hit me. I'm like, why the fuck would you hit me? That's
What
crazy.
he called himself doing was just throwing it out there because he knew it was coming.
He tried
and
to
he
8
didn't think it
Mile
was
that
gonna
shit.
stick. Yeah.
Like M told him, you here, tell these people some other shit they don't know about me. The issue I have mostly is everybody keeps bringing up like the Cole versus Future situation. But the more you think about it, so Fat Joe came out and he was like, I like Drake. You know, Drake is my people. I've been supporting him his whole career, but I don't really like him going at Khaled. Now, Fat Joe shouldn't have said, he was like, he's bullying Khaled. Crack. That's not the word. That's the wrong word to use in hip hop. That sounds crazy. But when you think about it, what the fuck did Khaled do?
You stayed silent. I done gave you all these hits and all these hits, and you are choosing blatantly to stay silent. So in my
I gotta
eyes,
pick
as
up the
being the
phone and be
loser,
like, "No, Drake's not a pedophile." Like, come the fuck. Like, I get what you're saying because that's the same
you
argument
ain't even got to do
everybody's
that.
making.
You ain't even got to do that. If you my man, just say I support Drake. That's all you got to do. I'm supporting him in this. I'm
True.
riding with him. Woo, wah, wham.
Okay,
have
so
to
if
do
Bron
too
hadn't
much.
been at the pop out, but Bron didn't say anything, does he get dissed?
Bron's not a rapper. It's totally different.
Like, I get everybody's like, well, he's still cool with Steph. Steph could not be involved in that for one simple reason. People forget that Dale Curry played for the Raptors and Steph was in Toronto for a while as a kid. The other portion of this is Miss Aisha Curry, Steph's wife. You want to take a guess who she's related to? Her cousin is fucking OVO Mark. There was no way, like, her first cousin, the same way, nigga, me and you were first cousins, Aisha's first cousin is OVO Mark. There was no way
Oh,
Steph could have been out, like, he couldn't. Like you got to see this nigga man's, if nothing else. That's her family. So I get it. Bron maybe, because Kawhi was there too. Kawhi was at the fucking pop out. Pictures have surfaced of him being there.
But still, you're talking about rappers and basketball players. Two totally different fields. Yeah, we bump shoulders and yeah, we do this. Khaled, we've done full-fledged business together. You've called me for favors multiple times.
I think that it was in bad taste with everything going on. Khaled being like, I got 2 Drake records. And now that was funny. Drake was like, must be talking about Drake Bell or somebody. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was kind of funny. And then I guess Khaled ain't getting them fucking verses cleared. But I still, to this day, if it's about business, don't sell me this bullshit. Looks like we lost Ames. Don't sell me this bullshit about how Pluto, my brother, this, that, and the third, because other people can let that nigga lie to him all they want. There's no way Future's gonna flat out tell me he didn't hear that verse before that shit came out. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying.
Yeah, we keep bringing that up. I mean, at the end of the day, as a grown man, I could choose who I want to chill with and who I want to be cool with and
And
who
he
I
most
don't.
certainly can. He most certainly can. My thing is like, again, I don't care one way or the other, but I just want the shit to go the fuck away. And we still 2 weeks out from the release of the album. We're exactly 15 days as of the day after we record this. You know what I'm saying? So it's still his moment right now. And the fact that he made it deeper in his moment by releasing 3 albums. If it was just one album, if it was all straight bangers, then yeah, we gonna hear that shit everywhere. But if it was one album, it was some mid on there. If it was one album, it was fucking For All the Dogs Part 2, niggas will forget about this shit by July easily.
Absolutely.
This is not going anywhere anytime soon because it's a good album. Iceman is a pretty good album. And then you have little joints on the other 2. I just don't want
Yep.
niggas to respond. Just like let them have it. Fuck it. Like it's like a crying child. Just fucking let them have it at this point. Like who the fuck cares? Let them have it. Just don't respond, because if you bring out the way, like, niggas will excuse Drake trying to dig up dirt on people. When people dig up dirt on him, it's like, oh, you had to do all that to sell some records. Like, bro, your man was calling people in Virginia trying to get dirt on Pusha T. Your man put money on the street in California to get dirt on Kendrick. Now, when somebody put dirt on him, it's a bit like, oh, no, y'all couldn't out-rap him. Y'all couldn't make better music, so you had to do all this, that, and the third. They will always move the goalposts for him. And that's why it's like, dog, I used to be able to sit back, and I still can, and just listen to a Drake album, and there would be no white noise. I don't even use Threads like that. I don't talk about Drake on Threads. If I got on Threads right now, it's 7 niggas. Yeah, niggas can't fuck with Drake. Yeah, Kendrick a midget. Fuck him. He need to get Drake dick out. It's like 7 niggas down the timeline and then a big booty bitch. And it's just like,
That's
bro,
why I
this
go
is
straight to the big booty bitch. I don't even know. I don't be seeing none
I
of
don't
You
even
that
just keep
other shit.
scrolling.
the
Straight
crazy
up.
part is I don't like, that's the thing about Threads. You're showing me motherfuckers I don't even follow, which that's all social media at this point. But like, there's nowhere where I typed in the search bar Drake. And like, if I click on a YouTube video and it's about Drake, then I'm gonna get a bunch of YouTube videos about Drake. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do
Yeah.
anything. People are coming out saying, there was a girl said she was listening to Christian rap and they basically forced Iceman on her. She was like, I was not looking for this. I was listening to Christian rap. Another girl said she was listening to Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish, a Billie Eilish station on Spotify, and they snuck Drake in there. Like,
They're
y'all
really
are damn
pushing
near
it.
yeah, like this shit is crazy. And I'm just like, we cannot escape this shit because, again, it was 2 years. We waited for this album. We waited to hear what he said. And not only did he deliver, but he also delivered 2 additional projects that nobody saw coming. Now motherfuckers like he's better than Michael Jackson. Dog, this is what we're not going to do today. Mike was the man when you had to sell hard copies. Mike sold albums before there were MP3s and burnable discs.
Mm-hmm.
And in him being dead since 2009, he's at 500 million some odd copies worldwide, and Drake, even with all his success, I think they said is at 170 million or something like that. And I think that's pure sales. And even in death, coming off his biopic, Mike might still knock Drake off that top spot. And I just feel like, God damn, bro. Like, even the fucking album cover, like, you call this shit Iceman and it's you with the Michael Jackson glove? It's just the nigga's really tone deaf. He's really fucking tone deaf. And it just bothers me because the music is actually good. It's like, get back to rapping, bro. You did that. You did that. Now we got to hear about this shit for another summer. And then the motherfuckers, this one nigga was like, now Kendrick got to drop and he better drop an album and not say nothing about Drake and prove he can sell. Like, y'all act like this nigga had no accolades till he dissed homie. Like, acting like Kendrick Lamar had no career till he dissed Drake is absolutely insane. And that's what these motherfuckers doing. Drake made Ross. Nigga, Drake had to stand next to Ross to kind of get any kind of credibility. How the fuck did Drake make Ross when Ross, how many albums was Ross in before Thank Me Later came out? Teflon Don is like his third. No, because the first one is Port of Miami.
Mhm.
Trilla is the second one.
And then Teflon Don, yeah.
Deeper Than Rap is before Teflon Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teflon Don is his fourth album. Oh, well, he made Ross. Like, are you niggas crazy? Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's to the point, bro. Fucking them Super Drake fans on some MAGA shit. They act like this nigga can do no wrong. He fed us for all these summers. Do you niggas know it's not really a thing? Like, only so many artists should have ever dropped an album a year. And generally it's because the label wanted them to. Everybody does not need to drop a fucking album a year. And he did that shit because he was in that fuck ass contract. But you took that money. You gotta fucking produce.
Well,
I'm just, this shit gotta go away. But it's the summer. And motherfuckers want to be outside and motherfuckers want to hear Drake this summer. So he's not going anywhere. He's going to be in our face for a minute. And
I
that's the
mean,
shit.
at the end of the day, like I said, as far as this beef shit and back and forth and the shit he's doing, at this point, I can care less about that. He did his job. He dropped the music that he was supposed to drop. The shit hits as far as what's going to be played. So let him have his moment, and whatever you like outside of that, keep rocking it. If you're going to jump on his nuts and say that's the only thing that's out here, keep doing it. It is what it is. It ain't going to bother me none. I'm going to do what I want to do, listen to what I want to listen to. And right now he is in a rotation, so you
He
can't
is.
hate on it.
New Gibbs tonight, matter of fact. Forgot about that. Freddie Gibbs got a 3-pack coming out tonight. Speaking of niggas rapping and being delusional. Jim Jones is a lot of things. It's a 2-parter on Jim. Real quick, Jim and Cam in the verses. Before Joe and them even said anything, Rory Amal said it. I got Kim smoking Jim in the verses. Cam is smoking Jim, at least on my scorecard. If they can't play
it's going to be a lot closer. In 20 records, it's going to be a lot closer than what people think.
Man, look. Joe only gave a smidge of what Cam could get up there and do to Jim. A smidge. Jim's got records, but you have to remember how far back Cam's bag goes. His band from TV verse. He could do Horse and Carriage with Mace. Like, Cam has got shit that Jim is non-existent on. He's like, I got Cam smoking
Jim.
nigga.
So do Jim. Jim's last 10-year run is fire.
Yeah, he got some joints.
I do got Cam winning. I'm not gonna lie, I got Cam winning, but just shit, doing a 15-5, if you're thinking that, you out your mind. It's gonna be a lot closer than what motherfuckers is giving it.
I got Cam 12-8 easily.
I can see 12-8, but that's not smoking him.
Depending on the crowd. I'm taking Cam as the winner regardless. Jim would really have, like, Jim got some joints. And everybody like, he ain't got shit but ball. And I'm like, that's very false, dog. That the album with Summer in Miami on it and shit like that, like, Jim got some joints. I got
I
Cam.
may give it a 12. What is that? Well,
Cam's not gonna do it, so I don't think it even really matters. They could get
yeah,
a
I might
nice
have 12
bag.
to 8.
They can get a nice bag. I don't see Cam actually doing it. What really pissed me off about Jomo today, excuse me while I eat this chicken nugget. Jim Jones got on Beyonce's internet today and said he don't know who fuck Pasta Noose is. The very same Pasta Noose on this fucking album cover. This gentleman right here, De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. There's no fucking way Jim don't know who the fuck Pasta Noose from De La Soul is. That is an absolute lie. This is my problem with Jim. Doing all this shit, playing all these algorithm games, this, that, and the third. If you grew up in fucking New York, there's no way you don't know who De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, Big Daddy Kane, Boogie Down Productions, MC Shan, the Juice Crew, I'm sorry. Jim is older than I am. There's no fucking way he don't know who the fuck Pasta Noose is. Like, why are we allowing him to keep doing this bullshit, dog? This is the shit that Jim does that drives me fucking insane. Just be a stand-up, solid dude. That's like, that shit he did when he was on that panel, that goofy shit where he was stretching, where you see where he took that money in his pocket and then, like, he didn't stick it all the way in. He let it hang out so you could see it. And then he started stretching the shit all crazy. Like, oops, look at that. A bag just fell out of my pocket. That's the shit. Jim is a fucking goof, dog. He is the goofiest of the goofy. That nigga might as well be walking with Max Goof saying, yuck, yuck. Jim is a fucking goof. This shit gotta stop. This shit has got to stop. Now Jim don't know who the fuck Pasta Noose is. Jim telling us that he was a better rapper than Pusha T was egregious as fuck. That's still not a top 50 verse. Jim, you've been hot as of late, but niggas had to write your first rhymes for you. And let us not forget, in the Get 'Em Girls video, when y'all were on the roof of that bodega, you were twerking. You were popping ass, Jim. You became more famous for love and hip hop over the last 15 years. Like, what are we doing, dog? What are we doing? Now you, like, I never even heard a De La Soul song. Stop, dog. Come on. Why are we doing this? This is fucking crazy.
At the end of the day, I mean, yeah, you can look at it that way, or you can look at it as he keeping his name hot in the search of the algorithm. Plain and simple. You got to get to a bag. He sat there on Joe Budden podcast and told motherfuckers what it was. I've figured out how to run the algorithm game, and I'm gonna run this bag up. You know what he doing?
Do you believe that Jim sincerely believes he's a better rapper than Nas?
No,
All right,
but
that's all
that
good.
goes into what I'm saying. That
I
goes
hear
into
you.
what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
What
'Cause,
he's
like,
doing is he's playing the click game, and he's getting podcasts our size talking about it and much bigger talking about it. And what does that do? That keeps his name alive in what he's got going on. You know what he's doing.
you couldn't keep the lights on at the studio, Jim. All that is for naught.
I believe that shit was
You
a
think
sham.
that was fake?
Absolutely.
For that to be fake, that would mean him and 50 would have to be in on the joke together, which I wouldn't say that either of them are above.
So we talking about 50, the king of what you're talking about doing.
Valid
Neither
point.
one of them are dropping records. Neither one of them are dropping albums. 50.
Well, the difference is 50 don't need to. We all have talked about how we about to go crazy on this fucking season of Raising Canaan.
50's been on record saying that he's thrown shots at certain people. They didn't respond or didn't say anything. And he's seen them and be like, hey, I threw you an alley-oop. You didn't take it. So any
still
person
believing
that thinks
he's
like
that hot. I think 50 wants to believe in his head that he still has that mojo in the TV landscape. Sure. Who's checking for a new 50 Cent album right now?
That they're not dropping a new 50 Cent album. They're not
Exactly.
dropping a new Jim album. That's why they're doing what they're doing, and it's
No,
working.
Jim dropped the album within the last year.
But that's not what I'm talking about with 50. His album still did the numbers that it was gonna do, but they're in the media space. So in the media world, when you're talking about clicks and posts and podcasts talking about them, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
So he just throwing. I mean, I get it. I can't fathom playing those crazy nutty ass games just for clicks and whatnot. Like, I get it. They getting they gonna get a nice little check off of it. But it's just certain things I'm not willing to say just so yeah, I'm better than Nas. Like, come on, Jim. Like, Nas ain't never been like, nigga, y'all wouldn't like Cam literally said it hurt him to diss Nas, but he had to stand up for the team. I had to stand up for Rockefeller. I ain't want to diss that nigga. That nigga Game got in a whole beef with 50 over the shit. Nah, you dissing Nas and Kiss. I'm not doing that shit. I got love for them niggas. I wouldn't be rapping if it wasn't for them. The nigga Jim just seemed like everybody's like, it's just for clicks. It's just for clicks. Yeah, but
And
also
all them niggas do pick and choose with who they want to be goofy with. Because the same two niggas that you named got some of the goofiest records in hip hop history.
It just looks like you have no integrity. That's where I'm at with it. Because for some niggas that's older than me, like the Nas thing was crazy. If Jim thinks he's better than Pusha, and they're basically within the same class, because fuck, Dipset was on their rise when Grinding came out. So I put Pusha and Jim in the same class, basically. Like, them niggas walked the freshman halls together. If you think you better than Pusha, whatever, nigga. I don't believe that. I simply
It's a
don't.
lot of people that don't believe that. It's also a lot of people that had Dipset over the locks. Those people that had Dipset over the locks in the verses, they probably believe that. I certainly don't believe that. Push is one of my favorite rappers. So, but I don't think he was far base off of that. And it's a lot more niggas that's doing this. I mean, his counterpart, who is Cam, he got one of the most goofiest records of saying bullshit and crazy shit in the
the
industry.
computer's putin. For sure. For sure. I'm still taking Cam over Jim in the verses, though.
I am too, by far. I just don't think it's going to be a slam dunk. And he better not go up there with that nonchalant playing shit that he did when he was going up against the locks. If he do, he gonna get smoked.
Shout out to Cam. Jim, I ain't got nothing for you, brother. Amy had to step away. PC is restarting. I ain't got nothing for you, Jim. I don't know what it's a shame Love and Hip Hop is done because that was a guaranteed check. I just don't know. It's
He
crazy
making
that
more money now than he was making off of Love and Hip
he
Hop.
probably is.
Guarantee it. Especially since that was originally his idea and Homegirl stole it from him.
I've never been the type of nigga to listen to Mano. I've never heard a Mano record where I was like, oh my God, I love this. I can't name
Mano got some joints.
Nothing for me. Dave East got some shit. Fab being up there is crazy to me. Like, nigga, you're Fab. Why are you here? Why are you here with these niggas? Like, that's the most.
I think you're looking at it totally wrong. I ain't gonna lie to you. You looking at it totally wrong. All these niggas in the industry with record sales being down, with marketing being down, with labels being down, they need a pivot. And
yeah,
this
labels don't want to spend no money. I get, like, in totality, yes, I understand why they're there. It's just crazy. It's crazy that they got a platform. Yayo and fucking Murder got a platform. Joe and Jada. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the new wave. All our favorite rappers are podcasters now, which is just crazy to me.
Because rap is down. The new people that are coming into rap that can catch that young buzz, they're using it as a boost to do something else. Rap music
The
is
craziest
dead.
part though is when Joe was like, I'm hanging up the mic, and everybody was like, you suck. That's why you a podcaster now. But all you niggas came and jumped into space. And when Joe made that comment, he was like, everybody was like, nah, ain't nobody checking for Joe Budden. I'm like, look, if it's one thing Joseph Anthony Button Jr. could do, he could rap. Joe could rap niggas under the fucking table. It is not Joe's fault that Def Jam took his hottest record and put it on a fucking soundtrack the month before his debut album came out. That was fucking backwards as fuck. Then fucked him on the second record and shelved his shit. But everywhere you go, you heard that nigga on that fucking Marcus Houston record, which was out of here. If Joe can't do nothing else, that nigga can fucking rap.
The industry record, believe me, I'm actually in it. I'm putting money into it. I've shoveled money into it for over 20 years. I've done it. I'm kind of got my pulse on what's going on industry wise. That shit is over with. It's over with.
Yeah,
Them niggas, everybody needs to do something. And to be honest
they
with
have
you,
to pivot.
podcasting, when you get to put the money behind it and you get to put the
it could be very
cameras on it,
lucrative.
it's the new rap game. Fuck very lucrative.
It's
the new
fucking
rap game.
crazy. It's just crazy that we're sitting here having this conversation. But like, I get that they're playing the algorithm game. Joe plays it, but Joe's much better at playing the shit because he's actually extremely comical when he makes the statements he makes. Like when he had people believing that he was actually buying shit like that. The shit he be saying about Ish, I know good and well that shit don't be true. Joe just be fucking talking, but he's got the gift of gab. A lot of these other niggas sit up there and like the nigga 5 episodes in, everybody's like, yo, this nigga Jada is sick of Joe all fucking ready. It don't matter what a motherfucker say. Move like, yo, I got so high, I thought I saw Care Bears. I'm going to tell you about the time I actually met the Care Bears. That nigga Joe will just go. Just fucking go. Same shit
and all
like
that bullshit they doing, them niggas was ranked number
paid.
3. Them niggas was ranked number 3 in top hip hop podcasts. They
It's
actually
crazy. It's
nominated
fucking crazy that
for a BET award.
academics is number 1. That was fucking crazy. But again, Complex is a bunch of fucking kids. So
Not
I'd
even just
expect
that, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you going off of his activity and his influence, you couldn't put him nowhere but 1 or 2. You
I
couldn't.
hate that fat fucker. Hate him.
It would either been Joe 1, him 2, or him 1, Joe 2. Now, who they had fucked up, and I don't really fuck with him like that, is Charlemagne. They had him at like 5 or 6. He should have been 3.
I think the thing with Charlemagne is he won't remove himself from sitting next to Andrew Schultz. And a lot of people, myself included, do not fuck with Andrew Schultz. And that was before, like,
I don't fuck with Buddy either, but
and that's the problem. Charlemagne is sitting right next to him, and for Charlemagne, it's not going to affect his brand because he's still got like that nigga's got 2 books out. I think one of them, the first one was for sure was a bestseller. He
both
made
of
that
them
that colossal fucking deal with iHeart. He was able to launch like the Black Effect. He's got other fucking podcasts under him. So for Charlemagne, it's not stopping the check. He's still
But
getting a
that's what I'm
check
saying.
regardless.
Even though he's standing next to Schultz, he's done so much for the game and he has so much going on.
He should be
That
higher,
shit,
but I really feel like he's being punished for sitting next to old boy. In my heart of hearts, I believe that's what it is.
yeah, that nigga's bag is saying something totally different, but I mean,
people don't appreciate like journalism, as it were, is essentially dead. Like motherfuckers, like in so many comments, like I love B Dot being up there at the JBP. B Dot actually brings a knowledge of hip hop and was actually there to sit, like to go sit with Jay, and like despite their relationship, him and Elliot now, and Elliot's relationship with the nigga Drake, who the fuck else has been in Drake's fucking living room interviewing him? Nobody. Elliot and B Dot went out and got every major fucking interview. They was the first to get they got the Jim Jones interview when Jim signed with Rock Nation. They got that interview. They got Will Smith after he slapped old boy on the red carpet. They got Jay after Kanye said this shit at the concert. B Dot is a true fucking journalist.
He don't mesh well with the JBP though.
That's what everybody's problem is. And it's not that he doesn't mesh well. It's a lot of people didn't want Mark up there first. This nigga always got to get, philosophical and this, that, and the third. People like, I don't fucking like Mona. Motherfuckers was screaming. Mona up there, she a real bitch. She ain't go run and cry like Mel did 2 months later. This bitch Mona's stupid, man. They got to get this bitch out of there. It just need to be a dude cast from here on out. I'm sick of her. Y'all motherfuckers put up with Flip for years. That nigga is a walking moron. Flip, actually, I don't think Flip is really stupid. I think he just plays stupid very well. Like niggas say he got an elevator in his crib. Niggas put I don't fuck with B-Dot. You would rather listen to Ish?
I would rather listen to all of them with him being mixed in the show. Joe needs to give him his own platform within the JBP. He don't need to be mixed in with them. It's way too off. B-Dot, I would give B-Dot his own.
He flat out said he was a contracted worker. His contract came to an end, but he let Joe know, if you need me for anything, just holler. I'll always stop through. It was just like the Jay Wan situation. Truthfully, Jay Wan was up there to get younger niggas and stuff like that. And I guess that didn't work the fuck out either.
Because the mesh wasn't there. Jay Wan really was only there because Surf got locked up. That was Surf's position.
Surf was away for a minute, though, before Jay Wan got up there, right?
Exactly. That's why they brought Jay Wan in. He's
Surf been out like a month or something now,
Surf.
right?
Surf been out he been out for about 2 months. But you got to think, when you come out, you got to do the halfway house. You got to do a lot of shit, so you can't really move. You'll get to be moving around.
Man, shout out to fucking Surf, man. I can't wait to see Surf out there. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was Surf. They were seeing a major uptick with Surf, and then that's what made them go with Jay Wan after they did that him and Jada kissing his grandfather episode.
Yeah, it's too many mics. They might have to reshuffle the deck.
I don't think so.
I just, for the show to flow perfectly, now I'm seeing, if you look at the Saturday episodes, Mona beat her. I guess Flip gets the day off. Because remember, Mark was only supposed to come up there. So it's been said multiple times. Mark's job up there was to fill in so everybody could get a day off. Essentially, he was going to be like a rotational player or something like that.
He's way too dynamic, and that's what they found out.
At this point, yeah, for sure. But when you have as much content as they now have, because you got Pod Wives,
that's got the market. They just announced that's
it's done.
With. Yeah, because Keno was a big part of that with his chick, and they just
Keno and Edith, they fell out again. Bro,
mm-hmm.
Come on.
He just did an episode where he came in and motherfuckers been asking because he been cooking.
Because he been cooking.
Been seeing him cook, and she ain't been with him. So
I'm dead.
Yeah, they done again. And
they was on Keno fucking neck, man. When he was talking about, but yeah, I can get some of that money. That's for my kids. He was like, but if I need that, I can get that. They was like, this nigga's a bum. They was in the comments killing Keno ass. God damn, Keno, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I don't know when the Pod Wives is going to show up again. And now they doing this new shit, the Rewind shit, and that's kind of hitting off pretty good.
The Rewind shit is hot. So damn, Pod Wives is done, but the Mark and Ian show is coming back.
And then you got Rewind. That's all they got. And the BTS, the behind the scenes.
You think he hollered at Ice about him licensing his shit to the network?
What shit?
So I said this to Ice years ago, before he was even on the pod, when Ice just used to be on Twitter talking music and games to us. And I was like, nigga, you should stream. And he was like, that shit wouldn't work. And I was like, nigga, yeah, what? He was like, don't nobody give no fuck about me. I was in the chat with Ice watching the state of play when the PlayStation 5 got revealed. I've had a couple conversations with that nigga. And I told Ice years ago, you should stream. He was like, anybody doing that? Anybody watching me do that shit? He literally, it was one of these episodes within like the last month or so when they all got to talking about their own Patreons and stuff. And Ice was like, yeah, I didn't know I had. He was like, I thought I could just get a laptop and my PlayStation 5 and
Like, he did
got
mention
it
it a
out.
few times.
Yeah. So no, so yeah, I don't know if he's doing a full Patreon or if he's just because he's been on Twitch a few times. I don't know what his plan is, but I'm surprised Mark and his wife Mark got his shit, Imani got his shit.
And they both thriving. Imani shit is going up. I'm finna go ahead. I'm to the point now where I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to his shit.
I just wonder if Joe presented any of them with like, yo, let's bring this over to the JBP and I'll cut you a little bit.
Not yet, because he wants to see them do the work first. And he wants to see them build it. And then once it reaches a certain plateau, then I think he'll throw the fire behind it. But he actually wants to see them work first.
He had improper improv because that shit was on within the last year.
That was on the JPB.
Yeah.
Shit. But that shit flopped because they was having when Flip do his shit, that nigga's used to working by himself. So they had a lot of differences, so they just put a stop to it. But that's apparently supposed to be coming back.
Damn, I can't believe Keno fucked up again. God damn, Keno. But I figured Pod Wives would be, especially because with Sade moving up there now, you could have a more regular rotation.
Yeah, he would be better off having the girls do it, because it's just
they should.
You're never going to get Ish and his old lady. You finally got Ice and his.
They've never met Ish's girl, and like I don't even, when they be like they joke, and I'm like, no, they like when Ice said he was like, my daughter and Ish's daughter go to the same school. This nigga does not fuck with us on the family tip. Ish is not bringing his family around. We're never getting Ish's girl up there. That's never going to happen.
Yeah, never. Ice finally brought his girl. So you still got Ice and his girl. You still got Parks and his girl. You still got Joe and his girl.
And you still got Ian and Jules. Because Ian asked, right, on one of the first behind the scenes episode, Ian asked Flip if Linky would do it. And no, Linky was there and she was like, no, not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Not happening. I guess maybe that's why they went with Keno and Edith. God damn, Keno again? The fuck did he do this time?
Yeah, I don't know. They was going through it and had a whole intervention with that nigga the last time. And they did it. They just did it again. So
that nigga Keno wildin', man. He be out there with Royce. Keno be out there with Royce fucking them bitches. That's why he don't get no fuck. That's why he don't.
You got Royce good and married. That nigga Royce do not play about his wife at all.
Yeah, but when he was on the Keno
was Royce's manager.
Yeah. I think when he was on the road, Keno was wilding the fuck out. Yeah. I ain't saying Royce was doing it, but Keno was wilding the fuck out.
Oh yeah, he told motherfuckers. They all was. Yeah. Shit. That's how he met Joe and them, was during the
Slaughterhouse days, yeah.
Slaughterhouse shit, yeah.
Damn. Shout out to man. Edith. I don't know, Keno. I don't know if I just kept fucking up, but it is what it is. I don't know. I like B-Dot up there. The B-Dot actually brings a true journalism and also has generally good takes when it comes to certain shit. It's a few things I disagree with him with, but generally he does have a pretty good handle when it comes to a take about music and stuff like that. Whereas opposed to
not Keno, but B-Dot has third mic syndrome. At best, he has to be second mic.
He was always the second mic to Elliot. He was always second mic to Elliot, so that makes sense. But when Jay Wan was up there, bro, I've heard 3 Cash Cobain songs, and that's for y'all young niggas. You in a room full of niggas that's 40 and up, and you trying to talk about Capella Gray and Cash Cobain. You need to understand that this is not that room for that, and this is not the audience. JBP got some younger fans.
That was the purpose of him being there. That's why they
And that's
brought him.
it, and that shit bricked left fucking field. That's why that shit did
Yeah,
not work.
yeah.
That's why that shit did not work. Sorry to say. Sorry to fucking say. They'll figure it out. Like that Sasha girl. Like I get it, but baby girl got the fucking personality of a brown paper bag. She's not needed up there. She's like, what does she really bring except that she's pretty? And I hate to say that. I'm not trying to denigrate her or anything like that, but really,
They use her to make the jokes and shit with Ish and Imani.
yeah,
That's all
yeah.
that's all it's there for.
I don't know, man. He could give Ish his walking papers and that shit. Like Ish say the same three things every episode.
If
Squad,
he give Ish his
squad.
walking papers, I'm literally unsubscribing.
Nah.
That's where I'm at with it. You could never give Ish his walking papers. And people that be saying that be the most wildest shit ever to me. They
If the
dynamic is really what's holding the show together right now.
Joe and Ish, because of their history, they will have classic moments. Ish will literally, like, he said this multiple times. I don't really know all these niggas, man. The hip hop shit, that's what y'all niggas do. I know old hip hop, da 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 da. And proof, he'll start rapping along to Big Daddy Kane or whatever, what the fuck. Ish will tell you, I don't really know this. Let it be anything about Drake. You out your motherfucking mind. That's a multi-million-dollar 80, 50, 50, 50 nigga. Like, bro, we know Drake got money, Ish. If that's what you're coming with every episode, just stay out of the fucking topic. Because the only
But
person that kept it real about that Iceman shit was Parks. That's the one thing I'll give
yeah,
Parks.
Ish is so much deeper than that. If you looking for Ish for the music topics, you're absolutely wrong.
No,
Anytime
but he brings insight into real estate and shit like that.
relationships, money, um, if it's a woman topic, Ish is gonna eat every single time. Every time.
Yeah.
Every
If they
time.
pass him the ball. If they pass him the fucking ball. Ish and Joe is the thing that sells. Like, that's Ish's strongest point to me. Like, whatever he say, Joe be like, yeah, nigga, you, and he's like, all right, nigga, like, you're in the greatest physical shape and shit like that. Like, that's probably for me the most enjoyable part is when him and Joe go back and forth at each other. But I would rather see fucking Flip go before I'd rather see Ish go. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Flip could walk any day and I'd be perfectly fine.
I felt that way at the beginning. I don't now. They all step in and do their job when it's needed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take Mona over Flip. I'm not gonna hold you. I would take Mona over Flip. Anyway, enough of that. Ames, you had
I
another
do.
story
I
to share
do.
with us?
First, I'd like to ask, do you guys remember when you were
All right.
kids and kids were always outside playing, always riding their bikes? You'll go by your friend's house and
Mhm.
everyone's at your friend's house when you see all the bikes outside on their yard, right? Always. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in
Absolutely.
my neighborhood, it was always the girls, the little girls with the chalk, and we'd be, drawing whatever, writing our names. Am I cutting out?
You're cutting out really bad.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, see if you can refresh or something.
Uh,
Still kind of iffy.
oh, of course I am. Yeah,
Now
I
you're
can hear you just
frozen.
fine.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on. It's still kind of like, robotic or whatever. Now you're good. Okay, we lost Amy. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Mona was a good addition. I think Mona is funny as fuck. Mona's
Fire.
hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, we don't need her for every episode. One episode a week is perfectly fine.
And that's
Um,
what they're doing right now.
yeah, but I don't know. Like everybody's like, a lot of people said exactly what's gonna happen. Mona's perfect. She ain't gonna run like a little kid like Mel do, and then 3 months later, yeah, man, Shorty can go. I'm sick of this shit. Like this is what y'all wanted,
Well, no, it's
but
what it is you didn't she's been an A mic she's been on her own podcast for 5 years or 4 years at least. It takes time to try to figure out how you're going to double dutch between 5 or 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you the B mic, sometimes you might be the D mic. And she's long winded on some of her topics when she gets passionate about shit. You just got to give her time for her to figure it out. But
To
when she
develop.
lands, it's a bomb. It's a
When
bomb
Mona
every
hit,
time
she
she
fucking
lands.
hit. When she hit, she fucking hit. Shout out to
So
Mona. Shout out to the whole JBP though. Shout out to the whole JP. I know who the fuck I like. I know homie sometimes gave financial advice. I'll never forget when they put that poll on Twitter in the JBP community when they said when Joe said that Ian Dunlap was gonna sign and come up there once a week. Motherfuckers was like, absolutely not. If you bring him up there, I'm unsubscribing to the fucking Patreon.
and
Nobody
see,
wanted Ian Dunlap up there.
that's because a lot of these motherfuckers is not only young minded, but they just be on there to hear the bullshit and the argument. It be some
Yeah.
real gems in that shit. I
He
fuck with
does
Ian
drop
Dunlap.
knowledge. He does
Yeah,
drop knowledge. Um,
yeah, fuck that shit. Like,
but I think a lot
you
of people felt bored when he went up there. But it's like when those other when
just
who was the dudes that do Invest Fest? A lot of people be like, yo, let me
that
know
was
at what
Ian
point.
Dunlap and the other
And
nigga,
who was the other dude? Rashad or some shit like that.
Rashad. Yeah,
Yeah. It was like, let me know when there's like, what's the timestamp for when they're done and they start a new topic? Cause I don't want
oh
to hear
yeah,
these
that's the
niggas.
same motherfuckers that's just cool with working a regular little 9 to 5 and all that. Okay, cool. Skip past it. Let the niggas that get to some money, let me listen to that. I don't, yeah. If you don't get to no money, you might not understand it. I get it. Fuck that.
What about now?
Can y'all
Let's
hear
say
me
something.
now? We're good?
Yeah.
Should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go
All
ahead. Go
right.
ahead.
So when you were kids, little
God damn,
girls, it's doing it again?
it did.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, is it working? I don't know. Should I keep going? Just roll with it?
It's just up and down. It's up and down. It's
It's
not
up and
consistent.
down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's not working for me a whole lot. Like it's saying 1% uploading. I'm having
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
shot.
issues with our system
Yeah,
today.
it's definitely.
I don't know what the problem is. It kept kicking me out earlier too. That's why I kept coming in and out. It
Mm-mm.
kept kicking me out. All right.
It
Well,
must be a network issue. Cause like, yeah,
I'm
the
gonna post
audio's like really bad.
I'm gonna post this in the Discord, and if you wanna go over it.
Okay.
Um Basically, this lady's a little
Now you
bitch.
sound fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's just do this. All right. So when we were kids, we always had like the little girls playing with the chalk all the time, right?
Yeah, sidewalk
Hmm.
chalk and shit like that.
Yeah. So and that's when like kids like actually played outside. Nowadays, like you don't even see anyone playing outside anymore, right? Like I know my daughter, she goes outside sometimes, but mostly she's at home like FaceTiming all her friends. Like they don't even go outside a whole lot anymore.
Same.
So this person posts on Facebook. All right, here comes the story. To the parents of the two kids marking up our streets in daylight, I have photos of everything, and this has
Okay, so
already
you're
been
botting
reported.
again. So do you want me to read it?
You read it. You read it. It's in the Discord.
Okay, so yeah. To the parents of the two kids marking up our street in daylight, I have photos of everything, and this has already been reported to the people who need to know. That's ridiculous. The kids are basically covering the street in markings. It's like they think it's okay to turn our pavement into a giant drawing board. People live on our street. Families walk through our street. Cars drive on our street every day. Everyone tries to keep our neighborhood looking decent. So it's frustrating to see our street treated like a graffiti wall. I do not know where the parents of the kids were when this was happening. This really needs to be addressed by the parents of the kids. If your kids are the ones who are doing this, it would be good to clean up the mess they made and have a talk with the kids about why this is not okay before it turns into a bigger issue with the kids on our street. I'm not sure where the supervision was, but this kind of behavior shouldn't be ignored. If your kids were involved, the least you should happen is coming back to clean it up properly before it becomes an even bigger problem for the neighborhood. To the parents of the two kids marking up our street, which you've said for the millionth time in daylight, I have photos of everything, and this has already been reported to the people who need to know. They're playing with fucking sidewalk chalk.
Yeah.
That is gonna wash off when it fucking rains.
Fucking rains. This is
Mhm.
absolutely fucking ridiculous. So this feels like the type of people who get on social media and post shit like this for rage baiting because you get paid by how many interactions you get on the fucking post. That's got to be what this is. Because even if you live in a community where you have a HOA, I don't think anybody's going this fucking hard over sidewalk chalk. This is disgusting.
Mhm.
It's
Because
just
I
it ain't
saw the.
nothing but a Karen. That's all it is.
Oh, wait, we have more.
There's
Tina
just
Johnson
comments.
says, Natasha Marie Mayer says, "I love it." Tina Johnson says, if this is what you have to complain about, then you are what's wrong in this world. Let kids be kids enjoy the artwork. Remember what it's like to be young and carefree and not be filled with so much hate and anger. Pick up the chalk and join them." David Charles Mortimer said, "Oh, sit down. It's chalk, Debbie. We had a Debbie in my neighborhood who complained when we played in the sprinkler in the front yard. It's been years, and all I can remember about her is that she was a sad old woman. Sit down. And this gas, what to do with my backyard." Um, Somebody says, "I think it's beautiful and so much better than them in the house playing freaking video games." Well, let's calm down.
Yeah.
Uh, Someone else replied to that, "Vicky, if you don't want your child staying in the house playing video games all day, don't buy them video games and the devices. That's what I did. Draw up your own driveway and nothing else." Brenda says, "Get a life." Sylvia says, "One rain and their beautiful artwork will be gone. I'd rather see kids engaged in healthy activities like chalk drawing than TikTok gangs destroying neighborhoods and restaurants." I didn't know that there were TikTok gangs, but whatever.
Right?
This is
Or they
some
could be
sad shit.
breaking into your house or your car. One
And
of the
knocking
two.
your fucking head off. This is sad, dog. Like, there's one of these motherfuckers in every neighborhood, and this is why I don't
Mhm.
talk to my fucking neighbors. Because
Mhm.
this is ridiculous. When Kennedy was younger, she played with a lot of fucking sidewalk chalk, and not a single fucking neighbor said anything about it.
Right.
This person has nothing better to do with their time. It probably is an older woman, but at the same fucking time, like Sturl said, and like it said in the fucking post, it's gonna rain at some point and it's all going to be gone. If you are comfortable with being the person that has a problem with this, I would tar and feather your ass and hang you up on a fucking telephone pole outside of the neighborhood so we can see some other artwork. Cause this is ridiculous. It is fucking sidewalk chalk. Who's pitching a
And
bitch
that's
over somebody? Like, it's sidewalk chalk.
And that's gonna be the reason, like, shit like that, you let that type of shit get to you and you get outside your body and say something to somebody kid, and then you get your ass whooped. So, yeah, that's, good luck with that. I don't know.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Miss Ma'am, bitch, I don't know who you are. This is just a bad look, though. Point blank, period. There's no way you thought that, like, in your right mind, this is what I keep telling people. Facebook probably should have stayed exclusive to Ivy League universities because everybody does not need a fucking forum. Shit like this is why maybe social media wasn't the greatest idea. Of all the fucking things in the world you could have got on Facebook and posted, you posted that shit. But again, just looking at the
Yeah.
angle of the picture she took, those kids are sitting there drawing. They didn't look up and see her. Like, she did this to rage bait them. She doesn't care about this. This is somebody that's like the people who were like vaguely tweet. They'll have verified accounts and they'll vaguely tweet, and everybody's like, "I require context for this." And it's like, you be like, you know what happens on a Thursday. No, Gina, what happens on a Thursday? Damn, Gina, you gonna tell us what? Like, it's just a million people, and there's nothing happening on a Thursday. Gina just tweeted this. She's got a verified account. So for every interaction, she's going to get paid. Now, they're not paying as much as they used to for Twitter. I would assume that Facebook has some kind of like revenue sharing with like people. I don't know because
Something.
I don't have a fucking Facebook account.
You
Do
know,
you
I
get
did
paid for
have
interactions on Facebook?
Mm,
I have
no,
no
you
idea.
it depends on if you're doing, if you're running ads or something like that, but not just actual,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
well, no,
S
I take that back. If you get a certain amount of traffic, yeah, you can monetize
so that's
comments
probably what
and
that
all this.
is.
That's
Yeah.
Mhm,
100. Look at the angle of the picture. If she was
Mhm.
really that concerned and she was that close to those kids, she could have been like, "Stop fucking doing this," or not even curse, but just be like, "Yo, why are you drawing on the sidewalk?" Those kids, they're no more than what, 7 feet away from her. Do they look like
Right.
they're scared of somebody telling them to stop? No. She did this
Right.
for fucking interactions.
I
That's
think
what
so
that
too.
tells me.
You know what, though? It
That's
did
not
remind
real.
me of when I was a kid. I was, like, 12 years old, and me and my friends decided to do, like, I guess we called it, like, chalk wars or something like that. So, like, we
Mhm.
would each get our chalk, and then we'd choose a friend to draw all over their driveway and then run off, and then we'd go to the next one. And it wasn't anything bad. It wasn't mean. We weren't drawing, like,
Yeah.
dicks or anything like that. It was all rainbows and random, stuff. And, I remember I went to one of my real good friends' house, right? And the mom knew me, the dad knew me. I went like, we had sleepovers, and I did their driveway, and that lady, her mother, took pictures and threatened to go to the police and was like, "Oh, that's vandalism.
It's not, it's fucking dog. If it
Take a
bothers you that
hose
much,
to it." Like,
get your
what?
fucking hose and spray the shit. It will be gone like that. What are we doing?
Like,
Like,
it was just, like, all hearts, rainbows. It was like I remember putting, like, "Love you, Adriana," because her name was Adriana, and the lady, her mother just was pissed, and I don't know why.
they don't want kids in the house playing video games. They don't want kids on phones and tablets 24/7. You give a kid some chalk, they do this, and the motherfucker flips out. What
Right?
can kids do at this point? What can they do?
that's crazy.
That's absolutely fucking insane. I
So,
don't know.
that's my story of the day. Some lady complaining about sidewalk chalk.
Fucking crazy. I have a "you suck." Does anybody else have a "you suck" before we close down the show?
That lady sucks.
She
Yeah,
definitely
I was gonna
does.
say she definitely sucks for sure.
Okay. Well, I have a "you suck."
Mhm.
So, I meant to have this in last week's show, but I think the Hooters rant happened. It's come to my
Yeah.
attention that Paramount has greenlit a new Godfather film. They're rebooting The Godfather. Now, keep in mind, The Godfather came out in 1970 something. The first two Godfather films came out in the 70s. Francis Ford Coppola apparently needed the money, and that's why they did The Godfather 3, which came out in like 1990, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Al Pacino, well, fuck, he died in the third one. If I just really thought about that. Fredo's dead, Sonny's dead, Michael's dead. I guess Connie's still alive. I don't fucking know. What would this film be about? If it's a completely new entry, if it's The Godfather Part 4, what would it be about?
It's gotta be
What do we
about
do?
Michael's kids. It's gotta be about his son.
He was a lawyer. Remember, he hated Michael because he knows Michael had Fredo killed. Aside from that, even if let's say they're rebooting the original one, full fucking stop. Hollywood has run out of ideas, so they're just recycling everything.
Yeah.
Video games getting remade as opposed to movies getting remade is completely different. A game that came out on the Super Nintendo or the NES or the first PlayStation was very limited. Now that we have more raw computing power and our consoles are much more powerful and these characters can look almost lifelike, almost photorealistic, whoever came up with that game, they want to realize their initial dream. Like, I wish that
Mhm.
I could make, this bandicoot drive around in a go-kart and walk around with a fucking African Tongan mask or whatever the fuck like that. And it's like, voila, we've got Crash Bandicoot in 4K, 4K,
Mhm.
but they called it 4K. Final Fantasy 7, when they showed off I remember they did a tech demo for the PlayStation 3, and we were like, this is what this could look like on the PlayStation 3. And they were just teasing us. And then eventually we got Final Fantasy VII Remake on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
5, yeah.
When you remake a video game and you bring it, you quality of life enhancements and all that, perfectly fine. Remaking films does not need to happen. The Wiz is perfect the way it is. I don't need to see a modern retelling of The Wiz. Because frankly, who the fuck is going to play the Scarecrow after Michael Jackson did what he did? Right? When they made that house party where those dudes were cleaning LeBron's house and they threw a party, I never saw that shit, but I'm sure it was fucking terrible. When they made the Space Jam with LeBron, that shit put me to sleep. There's been quite a few remakes. Hardly any of them stand up to the original. Name me one good remade film that's as good as the original. I don't think there's one. I can't think of any. I'm not saying they don't exist.
Shit, I remember they told us they was gonna remake New Jack City with fucking Soulja Boy as Nino Brown.
They were gonna remake Juice with Soulja Boy in it.
Mm-hmm. He was up for both roles.
This has got to stop. This has got to fucking stop. The Godfather is in the National Film Registry. At that point, it should be absolutely fucking untouchable. A fourth one makes no sense, and rebooting it and redoing it makes no fucking sense. They nearly got their heads taken off by the actual mob for making that movie. That's why that film was so special. Amongst other things, you cannot recreate nor duplicate what happened when that film came out in modern times. It just does not work. And frankly, it does not need to fucking happen. So Paramount, hear me and hear me good. Do not, I fucking repeat, do not try to reboot the fucking Godfather. To say, like, when Disney acquired the Star Wars, like Lucasfilm, I was just like, I really hope they don't fuck up my childhood. Everybody's like, it can't be that bad. Guess what? It is that bad. Those Star Wars sequels were fucking terrible. The only good things that have come out of Disney taking over the Star Wars license, the Obi-Wan show, Rogue One, Andor, the first couple of seasons of The Mandalorian, they've had some hits, but goddamn it, they've had a lot of misses. Now, a recent hit is Darth Maul's Shadow Lord. But Disney is not batting very well when it comes to Star Wars. And I knew this was going to fucking happen. If Paramount needs to look anywhere, they need to look here. You do not need to remake this fucking movie. You just fucking don't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I don't want to see The Godfather. I don't want to see Ferris Bueller's Day Off remade. I don't want Fast Times at Ridgemont High remade. I definitely didn't want that fucking House Party remake. I don't want to see Living Single rebooted. Fucking A Different World is getting a reboot.
They already started.
Yeah, that's already, like, we can't just leave our classic film and television alone. Just leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah. The Fresh Prince reboot, it wasn't nowhere near as good.
Was fucking
Bel Air was fire.
Bel Air was good. Bel Air was fucking good. It was a different take. Hillary wasn't a fucking idiot. Jazz wasn't a clown.
Yeah.
It was a different take. That's why Bel Air worked. That's not going to work with everything. It just isn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit and sometimes you just fucking don't. I haven't seen the Malcolm in the Middle reboot. I haven't seen the King of the Hill reboot. I don't fucking know. I don't know, but they just can't, like, because y'all can't come up with anything new and organic, y'all keep running back to the fucking well. The well is going to dry up. Those Ghostbusters
the only reboot
remakes,
that I want to see is the Boondocks. I do want to see that. Like cartoons being rebooted because you can actually go off of, yeah, it's different. I can see that.
I started the new Beetlejuice that came out like a year ago. I made it through the first 5 minutes and I was like, this is fucking terrible. Maybe 8 to 10 minutes. It wasn't long. I'm just like, I didn't think it was good.
I thought it was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. The Top Gun Maverick was actually good. I will say that. But they don't need to keep going back to the well. Apparently, they're doing another one. Huh. Stop going to the well. It will dry up at some point. Like, if y'all can't come up with original content, maybe y'all were just never creative in the first fucking place.
No, the people that were creative have died and moved on, unfortunately.
This is insane. This is absolutely fucking insane, man. The godfather of all fucking things. Am I kinda excited about this Miami Vice film? Yeah, a little bit. I'm excited to see He-Man and the Masters of the Universe because when they did it in the fucking '80s, they didn't have the technology that they have today. You know what I'm saying? But
That movie was fire though, even
yeah,
without the
yeah.
technology. That shit
Well,
was fire.
again, we were kids and it like objectively look if you go back and watch it today, it's like, you know what? This really wasn't that good.
Shit, I just watched that shit about a month or 2 ago.
I don't know. I don't know,
That
man.
yeah, that just like people say they don't like, Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon after watching his Brawl. You out your
I
motherfucking mind.
love
That
the
shit
la
is fire.
I will tell you one movie that doesn't hit the same as it did when we were kids watching it in my 40s is fucking Goonies. It doesn't hold up well.
I never was a Goonies fan of.
I love the Goonies as a
Even when we
kid,
were
but now
kids, I never really fucked with it.
it does not hold up well. Those Ghostbusters remakes were not good. Um, yeah, I just certain things should be off fucking limits, and The Godfather is definitely one of those fucking things. I don't ever need to see them try to remake Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, any of that shit.
They're never gonna do that.
That's just like, yeah, I don't know. Hollywood, do better. At least try. At least fucking try. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I don't have anything else. Y'all got anything?
I'm good,
That's all
man.
I've got.
All right. Well, as we've stated, we're gonna have a very content heavy week for you guys. Euphoria. By the time you guys hear this, the Euphoria finale will be out, and then Ames and I will cover that. I'm very excited for Sunday. I can't even lie to you. I'm very excited for Sunday. I think that it's gonna be one of those ones. PlayStation State of Play, Summer Games Fest, Xbox Showcase, Nintendo Direct at some point. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of content coming out. Make sure you follow the socials. I will put those links here in the episode details. As always, my name is Derek Daniel Ocean. That's Big Money Sterl, and that's Awesome Amy. And we are three parts of the big group that is Pause Menu Society. Y'all have a good one. Peace the fuck out.
Peace out.
Bye.